Skyman TV, the tallest man in Black Africa. We are live, and kindly like this video. I'm waiting for guys to join. Nafikiri nimeanza kuona wawili watatu pale. Mike na kuona pale. Karibu. I can see Mary. Welcome Mary. But I want you to listen to this, ladies and gentlemen, and then you give your take on Moses Kuria. Listen to this, and it is in mother tongue, but I'm going to translate. This is what he's saying. Ati mimi mniobee kabisa. Niko na tabu nyingi sana, kwa sababu wakiona nikifanya kazi wananifanyia maovu, na sasa sio kazi yangu tu wanataka, mpaka uhai wangu. Ladies and gentlemen, listen again to Moses Kuria. Ya, karibuni kina John naona pale, Jeff na kuona, karibuni. That is Moses Kuria is speaking in mother tongue. That is Baba.
Vita Roy! Super Roy! Holy Roy! Jodura Mal! Jodura Il! Jodura Sheikh! Albert Sheikh! Jodura! I'm going to go over there. To be over there, New Orlando. Only a revolutionary party that want to revolutionize the lives of the people of Kenya and of Africa as a whole. We are a social democratic party that believes in social democracy, that believes in the value of humanity, that each and every Kenyan born in our country, irrespective of his or her social status, will have equal opportunity to realize his national potential. Every child born in our country should have a right to food, right to shelter, right to education, and right to quality health, and right to employment.
Ladies and gentlemen, karibuni katika Gachie Skyman TV. We are live, and feel free to comment, and you can like this video, ladies and gentlemen. And for those of you who are joining, kuna video tumekuwa tukisikiliza hapo mbele ya Moses Kuria akisema kwamba his life is in danger, and he was saying that in mother tongue kule Kiaba constituency yesterday in church. Kiaba is represented by Kawajiko, yule Kawajiko ambaye alikuwa anauza mara, unajua mara matubo ya kuku ambayo tunajua ya kwamba hatujui kama ni ukweli ama ni uongo. But that is Moses Kuria who is saying this. So the big question in this channel, today's video, is who could be after Moses Kuria, and why is he saying that his life is in danger? Who can actually go for Moses Kuria? Kwa sababu ukitazama vizuri sana utaona kwamba his tone is somebody who is shaken. He's completely shaken. What is happening, ladies and gentlemen? Kwa sababu if you ask me, it seems that Moses Kuria is a man under siege. Na ukitazama vizuri sana utaona kwamba of late Moses Kuria has been associating himself with the Raila Amolo Odinga. It's like he wants to have support of Raila Amolo Odinga. It's like he wants to associate himself with Raila Amolo Odinga. Kwa sababu Raila Amolo Odinga will always actually defend him. Kuvo Moses Kuria is saying that his life is in danger. So the question that we are asking ourselves, who is after Moses Kuria? Nani nani huyu abaye? Because this must be a very powerful person. Because ukisikia Moses Kuria akijitolea kuogea na anasema jambo hili kanisani wazi, that somebody is after his life, then we have to ask ourselves many questions. Why should somebody be after his life? One thing I know, and I've always said in this channel, is that William Samoei Ruto did not win the elections. Kenya Kwanza did not win the elections. And because of this, unajua jambo moja ambalo huwa linafanyika ni kwamba when a king assumes the office, the first thing that he do is to destroy the kingmakers. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, it is raining heavily in Kiambu, and you can hear mvua ikinyesha. So don't, sometimes the video may not be audible enough, lakini kuna mvua, kusema kweli kuna mvua. I don't know where you are, whether it is raining. So that's the first issue I wanted us to discuss. Maybe you can comment in this channel. I can see we are now 37. Keep on liking our video, ladies and gentlemen. Keep on commenting. I want to take just 1 hour whereby we are going to discuss the various issues. So that is Moses Kuria. I'd like our viewers, as I continue welcoming you here, I can see Nancy, karibu sana na kuona pale, and kindly let us know what you think about Moses Kuria, kwa sababu ukimtazama vizuri sana utaona kwamba when he went to Kogelo in Kisumu today, Moses Kuria was wildly cheered by the Luos. And this one was a strong statement if you ask me. Kwa sababu ukitazama vizuri sana, of late Moses Kuria has been speaking very nicely about Raila Amolo Odinga. I remember him saying that hata mfalme, the king, that is King Charles III, cannot separate him with Raila Amolo Odinga. And when he was cheered in Kogelo, I think I noted something that the people are very, very happy. The Luo nation are very, very happy to see Moses Kuria, and walikuwa namshangilia kwa vigelegele na furaha. Again, when you look at Moses Kuria himself, he also very, very happy. And again, you just visit his Twitter handle, utaona kwamba kuna hiyo picha ambayo ameweka pale, the video akionyesha vile ambavyo watu walimshangilia. So this one, if you ask me, it is something that is actually passing a political message. So could this be the reason why he is saying that somebody is after his life? Because he is saying somebody is after his job and his life. And who is this person and the reason why? So that is a big question in this video. Something else, we have also listened to Raila Amolo Odinga, and Raila Amolo Odinga is coming out as somebody who is coming out very strongly, and he seems to have a lot of energy. And one question that we're asking ourselves, where is Raila getting this energy?
All that it can be done.
I want you to listen to Raila Amolo Odinga. He is having a lot of energy these days. Where is he getting the energy? What is the secret behind Raila Amolo Odinga? Listen again. If you listen to that person, he is very energetic. He is coming out very, very strongly. Ladies and gentlemen, is this the Raila that we know? Is this the man that we are saying is 78 years? Because when you look at his energy is that of somebody who is in his 30s. Listen.
Super right! Right! I'm Nyocha ni Orlando. ODM is a revolutionary party that wants to revolutionize the lives of the people of Kenya and of Africa as a whole. We are a social democratic party that believes in social democracy, that believes in the value of humanity, that each and every Kenyan born in our country, irrespective of his or her social status, would have equal opportunity to realize his national potential. Every child born in our country should have a right to food, right to shelter, right to education, and right to quality health, and right to employment. We want to show that it can be done. We know how to organize an economy.
Ladies and gentlemen, the question that we are asking this evening, where does Raila get all this energy? Kwa sababu ukitazama Raila vizuri sana, utaona kwamba sio kama mtu ambaye ana ule umri wa miaka 78. Ukimtazama vizuri sana, utaona kwamba ni mtu ambaye anajitokeza kama mtu mwenye nguvu sana, anajitokeza kama mtu ambaye ana nguvu zilizozidi nguvu. What is the secret behind this? Again, when you look at Raila Amolo Odinga, this is somebody who doesn't age. Compare him to men of his age. And by the way, I am not sure whether King Charles is younger than Raila Amolo Odinga. Lakini ukimtazama utaona kwamba King Charles anaonekana akiwa mzee sana ukimlinganisha na Raila Amolo Odinga. Again, when you look at Raila Amolo Odinga, these are just phones that are calling. Sometimes people call at this time. I hope you are going to bear with me. So what we are saying is that ukilinganisha Raila Amolo Odinga na somebody like William Samoei Ruto. William Samoei Ruto is in his mid-50s. I think 54 hapo, 54, 55. Ukimlinganisha na Raila Amolo Odinga, who is more than 20 years older than him. But when you look at his biological age, you don't see much difference. When you look at the charisma, when you look at the way even he walks, it tells you this is a blessed man. It tells you Raila Amolo Odinga. Unajua kuna mtu mmoja ambaye alikuwa anasema, this is Professor Herman Manyora, a scholar and a lecturer at the University of Nairobi. Herman Manyora was watching his video. Kuna wakati ambapo alikuwa anasema Raila is spirit, but many people do not understand what he meant. I think he meant that he is a movement, but not the actual spirit that appears in the spiritual realm. What he was saying is that Raila is a movement or an institution when you look at it. But all said and done, when you look at it, ladies and gentlemen, you realize that Raila has a lot of energy. And I'm not sure whether he is going to vie for the presidency in 2027. I don't know what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Do you think Raila should vie? If I may ask you, maybe you can write your comment in the comment section. Haron Moya, I can read your comment. Wherever you see a toad jumping in broad daylight, know that something is after its life. That is Kinua Chebe who said that. Thank you, Haron, for joining us. I can see Gaku Wukunegwa Kwa message from, is it who is this? From Wukunegwa Kwa. And then that is nice. Congratulations, Torman, for going live, and cheers. Thank you very much for your support, for you always encouraging me. And by the way, feel welcome. We can see the number is increasing. Continue liking this video. Let us continue interacting. The other issue that I want us to discuss is about this tree planting day. Let me start by asking you a question. Do you think it was successful? Patrick Karibu, Baba is my president. Pamela Kagedi tuned in. Good job, Gachie Skyman. Thank you, Pamela. So the question I'm asking, do you think that the day was successful? Because if you ask me, I think planting tree and conservation of environment is something that we should always admire. is something that we should always actually do, because we are doing it for our children, we are doing it for ourselves, we are doing it for our generation. So I think for the first time, those who advises William Samoei Ruto jambo hili hapo, I think this is the only good thing I've seen with William Samoei Ruto. Sijai kuona kitu kingine kizuri ambacho I can actually come out and tell people that here William Samoei Ruto amefanya vizuri. Kule kujitokeza na kuanzisha upanzi wa miti ni jambo nzuri ukiniuliza mimi, na ni jambo ambalo tunafaa kuliunga mkono in spite of our differences in opinion and political affiliation. Hapo watu wengi walipanda miti na ni jambo nzuri sana to go green, because when you look at it, climate change is actually a reality. So we may differ on many other things, but on this one we can support, ladies and gentlemen. So was the day a success? Did you plant tree? How many did you plant? Na kama ulipanda, nafikiri ulifanya jambo nzuri. Hongera kwa wale ambao walipanda miti, kwa sababu miti ina manufaa mengi. Kwanza inavuta hewa, mvua nini, hewa safi, watalii wanapendezwa na hii miti. Kwa miti ni mizuri. Let's agree, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, we have members of this channel. You can actually become a member of this channel by just clicking that button that tells you become a member. You can do it. And this channel has members from all over the world. We have members, we have our viewers and our supporters from North America, Europe, like Britain, Germany, and Netherlands, and in Africa we have so many people. Tanzania, Uganda, we have so many, but majority of our viewers are Kenyans, and we are very, very happy for this. I think, ladies and gentlemen, there are so many things that are happening in this country, and the other thing I want us to discuss, because here what I have done, I have come up with a number of issues where I want people to jot down in the comment section what they think about these issues. There is this issue of the university education, higher education, ambapo wanafunzi mpaka sasa hawajapewa zile pesa, wanaziita help, but when you look at it, actually it is loan that is given, money sent to the universities, and others they are given in their accounts, they deposited in their accounts, and it is for their upkeep. Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you, kama uko na mtoto ambaye anasomea kule nini, chuo kikuu chochote kile, ama taasisi zote zile, sijui kama wako amepata pesa kwa akaunti yake, because the government is lying, if you ask me. Ezekiel Machogu told Kenyans, I think last Monday, that watapata pesa katika akaunti zao, but today we have seen with students still crying. They are still crying, ladies and gentlemen. Is it that Machogu, Ezekiel Machogu, the education CS, is doing what William Samoei Ruto is doing? Kwa sababu one thing that we know about William Samoei Ruto, most of the things that he has been saying are not true. Most of the things that he has been telling Kenyans are not true. Most of the promises have not been fulfilled. So why actually tell people that, especially students, kwa sababu wengine tunaona ati wamefungiwa nyumba. Imagine wamefungiwa nyumba. Imagine mwanafunzi wa chuo kikuu anaamka, supposed to go to the lecture, na kwenda pale anapata, akirudi amepata nyumba yake imefungwa because pesa hazijatumwa. Do you think the government is in the right direction as far as higher education funding is concerned? Because if you ask me, they are failing it. If you ask me, they are failed in this one. If you ask me, they are not doing the right thing. They are not doing the right thing, truly be told. Na unajua wangefanya vizuri sana kama wangekuwa na mpango kababe, mpango mzuri ambapo wanafunzi wanatumiwa pesa hata kabla ya kwenda katika vyuo vikuu. Because for those of you who are in university during is it Moi's time, because I remember Moi, kuna wakati watu walikuwa wanapewa bursary, is it bursary? Ilikuwa inaitwaje? Boom, yeah, boom. And Kibaki vile vile kuna watu walikuwa wanapewa hizo pesa za help. But when you look at William Samoei Ruto, things are becoming worse every day, because even if you go to primary schools and secondary schools, you realize that the idea of free education in Kenya is dying. It is in its deathbed. Ukitazama vizuri sana utaona kwamba he is not very keen on continuing this project, and I think it's just a matter of time before he quit funding and tell Kenyans that we cannot be able to afford a free day secondary school and free primary education. Because when you look at the university, what is happening, you pity our students, you pity our children, but then mvua inazidi kunyesha, mvua ni kubwa, tunasema mvua ni kubwa ama ni nyingi, mvua ni kubwa sana huku Kiambu, na ndio sababu unaona wakati mwingine video haisikiki vizuri. So that is the issue I also want us to discuss. Maybe you can comment in the comment section what you think about William Samoei Ruto as far as the issue of higher education is concerned. There is also this issue of Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is coming out very, very strongly. I don't know whether you noted yesterday that Kalonzo Musyoka told the nation that if UDA Kenya Kwanza ikiwa hatakubali hii mikakati zile binu za kuboresha maisha, to lower the cost of living, Azimio is not going to sign the National Dialogue report. Na unajua sasa linaandikwa. Kalonzo said that if that one is not going to happen, they are not going to sign, and they may call people for maandamano. What do you think about maandamano, ladies and gentlemen? I can see we are still many. Endeleeni kuingia jameni, we are very, very happy. This is Gachie Skyman TV, the tallest man in Black Africa. And by the way, some guys have always asked about my height, and I've told you I'm 7 point something. That is feet. Others have been asking about my weight. I'm over 100 kg, almost 110. Niko kati ya 105 and 110, so you can imagine that height and that weight. But that one has never stopped me from running. That one has never stopped me from doing exercises. That one has never stopped me from anything. And that one has never affected my health in any way. My blood pressure, my sugar, whatever, zote ziko sawa. And because of God's grace. So what are you saying here, ladies and gentlemen? Do you think Kalonzo is equal to the task when it comes to kuitisha maandamano? Je, Kalonzo akiitisha maandamano, unafikiri watu watajitokeza? Kwa sababu kuna watu ambao wanasema kwamba Azimio haifai kuitisha maandamano. Watu wanafaa kujitokeza wenyewe waandamane kutokana na vile mambo yalivyo. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, we are liking this video. We have so many issues that we are discussing. Kindly like this video, comment in the comment section. We have discussed so many things. The first thing, by the way, we started by discussing about the issue of Moses Kuria. Moses Kuria on Sunday told Kenyans that his life is in danger and his job is also in danger. Ati kuna watu ambao wanataka kuchukua maisha yake, na tukajiuliza ni nani ambaye anataka kuchukua maisha yake na kwa nini. So that is the one issue that we discussed. We have also, I'm saying this for those guys who are joining at this time. We have also discussed about the issue of Raila Amolo Odinga renewed energy, kwa sababu ukitazama vizuri sana kuna hotuba ya Raila ambayo tumesikiza pale, na tumeona ya kwamba Raila ana nguvu ambazo hatujui zinatoka wapi. Nguvu zake ni kama za kijana barubaru. His voice is very clear and he's very much determined to move forward. So what is he after? And where is this energy coming from? But if you read the comment section, tunataka watu waseme vile ambavyo wanaona, and people are still asking, is still Raila still on the race to the presidency? So ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Vile vile tumezungumzia lile swala la university or higher education funding, where the government is failing the nation. The government is failing the universities. It is failing the students. We have seen them crying. Wengi wakisema wamefungiwa nyumba, wengine hawana chakula. And the government had promised Kenyans that is going to give or send money to the accounts up to this point bado hawajatumiwa. Kwa hivyo swala ambalo tunajiuliza, what is happening? The other issue is about the green holiday. Je, ulipanda mti? Ulipanda miti migapi? And we are saying, as Kenyans, we should support the conservation of the environment. In fact, we should plant as many trees as possible. We are saying, for the first time, William Samoei Ruto amejivunia kupata sifa hapa kwa sababu that's the only thing that he has done. The only good thing that he has done since he became the president of the Republic of Kenya, kule kuitisha upanzi wa miti na kutega hiyo siku, ni jambo ambalo anafaa kupigwa makofi. Hapo tunaweza kumpigia makofi, tunaweza kumpa kongole, kwa sababu unajua Waswahili wanasema nini jameni? Wasema mgala muwe na haki mpe. Yeah, that is what Waswahili wanavyosema, kwamba hata ibilisi huwezi ukakosa kitu chake kizuri. Anaweza kuwa na kitu kimoja ambacho ni kizuri, igawa tunajua lego lake. So the other issue I want us to discuss is the issue of Mount Kenya politics. When you look at Mount Kenya politics, unajua jambo moja ambalo watu wamekuwa wakisema, people have been blaming the people of Mount Kenya that walipatia William Samoei Ruto kura, sasa they should be blamed, how ndio walifanya makosa, such things. But when you look at it, when you look at the difference between William Samoei Ruto and Raila Amolo Odinga, it was just about 200,000. And when you look at these votes, hizi ni kura ambazo zingeweza kupatikana hata Bugoma, ni kura ambazo zingeweza kupatikana mahali popote pale. And one thing I've discussed with the Kikuyus, one thing I've discovered, there are so many people who voted for Raila Amolo Odinga. In fact, the votes for Raila Amolo Odinga were suppressed in the mountain, were completely suppressed. I'm sure Raila, hata kama William Samoei Ruto alipata kura nyingi kuliko Raila Amolo Odinga, I'm sure kuna uwezekano Raila got more than 45 hapo % of the votes in the mountain. Kwa sababu huwezi ukaniambia kutokana na sasa ile hali ilivyo kwamba watu wamebadilika. Tuna sasa siku hizi watu wakimwambia Raila Amolo Odinga ajitokeze, kwa sababu biashara zimenogea sana, zilikuwa zimenogea sana, lakini sasa ukiangalia watu wengi wanafunga biashara zao, nenda Nyamakima. And by the way, if you are here and you come from Nyamakima and you are operating a business, especially in Nairobi, maybe you can comment and you can let us know what is happening in Nyamakima, ladies and gentlemen. Si watu wanafunga biashara. Angalia wale watu ambao wanaagiza simu kutoka nje, na sio tu simu, bidhaa mbalimbali kama vile nguo za mitumba. Kitu kimoja ambacho unapata ni kwamba unajua hapo beleni kama ni simu, for every piece of telephone ulikuwa unalipa shilingi 200, but now it is now the value of the phone or the cell phone, that is I think 16% of the value. A friend of mine received a laptop from a friend, and it was a gift. Na sasa huyu mtu imembidi alipe pesa nyingi sana. Karibu sana Wageshi. But then Wageshi has been a very good supporter of this channel. Na sote tunajua Wageshi Janet, karibu sana. In fact, without you, this channel is not complete. Na unafanya vizuri sana kwa vile ambavyo tunakuona hapa, vile unachangia, na tunafurahi sana wakati ambapo tunakuona, kwa sababu kila siku lazima Wageshi Janet aseme jambo. And even when things are very hot, she cools down the temperatures of the members or of our viewers. Tunajivunia sana kuwa na mashabiki kama hawa. So ladies and gentlemen, we are talking now about the businesses in Nairobi and wherever you are. How are the businesses, ladies and gentlemen? Have you seen people closing down their shops? Umeona? Kwa sababu mimi nimeona wengi. Hata mimi nilikuwa na kabiashara kadogo, lakini kutokana na vile mambo yalivyo, we had to close the shop. We had to hakuna kitu napata, ni hasara bin hasara. So that is what we are saying, that William Samoei Ruto has made life so difficult for Kenyans. So difficult. For businessmen, life is very, very difficult. Na sio huko tu. Ukiangalia kwa mfano ukienda Gikoba. Sasa wale watu ambao sijui walikuwa wanalipa pesa gapi. Sasa nguo zinapimwa kwa kilo. Zinapimwa kwa kilo and then you are supposed to pay tax. Kwamba William Samoei Ruto his appetite for taxes is something that is shocking many people. And the other thing that I want us to discuss, Raila Amolo Odinga has a dossier. Kwa sababu haya mafuta ambayo yanatoka, we call it government to government, a fuel business or fuel, whatever you may call it, ambapo William Samoei Ruto alikubaliana na wale watu ambao wanatuletea mafuta that they are going to supply mafuta for 6 months and then you are able to pay. But Raila is telling us that for every liter of petrol, kuna makatels ambao wako katika mlego wa William Samoei Ruto, and they are stealing because we don't have any other adjective. They are stealing, so they are this. They are stealing 30 shilling per liter. So according to Raila Amolo Odinga, we are supposed to be buying petrol at Kenya shilling 187. And when you look at it, ladies and gentlemen, some things don't add up. Raila is saying he's going to give a dossier, and we are waiting for it. Because Raila has always saved this nation in many ways. Raila has always told us things that have come to pass. For those of you who remember, mnakumbuka vizuri sana kwamba kuna wakati ambapo Raila talked about their two brothers, and they came, na they were mercenaries for hire. They had come with a mission, na watu wengi walikuwa wanaona kama ni doto, na ikawa ni ukweli. So kile ambacho tunangojea ni Raila atuambie ukweli, what is happening here, because when you look at it, jambo moja ni wazi kabisa kama mchana, kwamba Raila is always right. Most of the things that he say comes to pass, and he really gets something wrong. Ndio hata pale mwishoni ni vile tu wanamwibia wakati ambapo wana shida, wananyakua ushindi wake, and they declare somebody who have not won the election. Kwa kile ambacho tunasema hapa, I think Museveni was not mad. Museveni is one of the most informed guys, one of the most informed presidents, and one of the people who have brought a lot of changes in their countries. Kabla ya Museveni, nyote mnajua, na wale ambao mlikuja juzi, study the history of Uganda, and you realize that Museveni has brought a lot of good things in Uganda, and he has stabilized the economy, he has stabilized the politics of that country, and even the social life is something that you admire. For those of you who have been to Kampala or Jija, in many towns in Uganda, you realize that Uganda is a very peaceful country, ni mahali ambapo unaweza kujivunia kutembea. I've been to Kampala International University, and it's a nice place, by the way. Again, when you look at Museveni, what we are saying is that sasa Museveni ameamua kwenda Dar es Salaam. Do you think Museveni is crazy? Because vile ambavyo amesitisha hii biashara yake na William Samoei Ruto, kwamba mafuta yake yatakuwa yakipitia Dar es Salaam, and you are going to lose a lot of money, ladies and gentlemen. So why should this happen? By the way, remember to like this video, those who are joining us. This is Gachie Skyman TV, the tallest man in Black Africa. Today I can answer any question that you would like me to answer, because we are live, and we like it this way. And every week we shall be having some live shows, and we are going to take 1 hour. You have about 20 minutes to go. So what we are saying is that when Raila tell us what is happening, let us listen to what is going to tell us. Tusikilize vizuri sana, kwa sababu tusiposikiliza vizuri huenda tukajipata katika hali ambapo hatuelewi kile ambacho kinaendelea. Lakini wakati ambapo Raila anatuambia vile ambavyo mafuta yanaibiwa, kwa sababu wakati mafuta yanaongezwa bei, everything is affected, ladies and gentlemen. And you see, the problem we have with our parliamentarians, hakuna kitu ambacho wanaweza sema. They cannot tell William Samoei Ruto, Mr. President, you are naked. When Julius Malema came and told Kenyans and told William Samoei Ruto, hapa umekosea, you have been telling people like this. Mliona vile Gachagua alisema. Gachagua was on his neck. Alikuwa anasema sijui nini, hiyo visa yake anyang'anywe, asikubaliwe kuja Kenya, and we are going to ride to South Africa. But when you look at Julius Malema told William Samoei Ruto the truth, and sometimes the truth hurts. Ni vizuri watu waambiwe ukweli, kwa sababu wasipoambiwa ukweli nani atamwambia? So the problem that you have with the politicians, especially those in UDA and Kenya Kwanza, they cannot tell William Samoei Ruto that he is naked. They cannot tell the king, hapa Muthee Waijaga Ubiraguo hawezi kumwambia hivyo kwamba ficha uchi. Unajua Waswahili wanasema Waswahili, kuna methali ya Kiswahili ambayo inasema mficha uchi hazai, kwamba unapokuwa na kasoro fulani au dhaifu fulani, sio kwa mfano ugonjwa, kisha husemi usaidiwe, basi huwezi ukanufaika kwa njia yote ile. Kwa hivyo mficha uchi hazai. Kwa hivyo William Samoei Ruto anafaa aambiwe ukweli na hao watu wa Kenya Kwanza, kwa sababu huenda wakamsikiliza. Although I understand the last time they had a parliamentary group meeting in State House, na nasikia wiki wanaenda, by the way, they told William Samoei Ruto that the ground is very hostile, very very hostile, and that is what we expect. Kwamba na ukiangalia vizuri sana utaona kwamba William Samoei Ruto, as I said in some of my videos, utaona kwamba hata kuwa kijitokeza sana kama vile ambavyo kijitokeza, because the ground is not very friendly to him. It is not very friendly at all. Popote anapoenda anapata people are shouting, people are booing, watu sio wale ambao, unajua kama unakumbuka vizuri sana, kuna wakati ambapo William Samoei Ruto alikuwa hata akikunywa maji, people from the Gachie Nation, unajua kuna watu ambao wanaitwa Gachie Nation, a region called Gachie Nation, watu from the Gachie Nation just drinking water and they would clap, some would give him a standing ovation ati kwa sababu ya anakunywa maji. Imagine ati mtu anakunywa maji mnashangilia. Today I think William Samoei Ruto, watu wakimwona watakuwa kipiga duru if what is happening is anything to go by. In fact, I was listening to a conversation today. The youth, they were actually enumerating all the promises that William Samoei Ruto had promised. And it dawned on me that William Samoei Ruto had promised Kenyans, had promised watu wa boda boda, at by September they shall have electric bike. Imagine, waliahidiwa kwamba they have electric motorcycles. Ziko wapi? Ziko wapi? Niambieni ziko wapi jameni? But then karibuni, I can see the number is increasing, and kindly like this video. We are live. This is Gachie Skyman TV, the tallest man in Black Africa. And tulikuwa tumeahidiwa kwamba ifikapo September we would see electric motorcycles. We have not seen it. We have not seen it. Among the many promises that William Samoei Ruto has been telling us, hakuna kitu ambacho tumeona. Amekuwa akizungumzia swala hili. Hillary Gala, hey bro, good job, thank you and welcome Hillary. Like our video and you can share our videos, and you can also say something else. What do you think about this issue of promising the youth kwamba watapata electric bike motorcycles? Ziko wapi jameni? 2 months now down the line, lakini hakuna jambo kama hilo. So William Samoei Ruto will continue giving promises, na lile jambo ambalo hunisubua ni kwamba does he even remember what he promised? So what the youth were doing, I was telling you about the guys whom I met, a small group of youth and they were enumerating, walikuwa wanaandika mambo mengi ambayo William Samoei Ruto amewahidi. And a guy was saying, one of the youth was saying that William Samoei Ruto has given more than 500 promises. How many promises do you think William Samoei Ruto has given? Because according to that guy, William Samoei Ruto has promised or has given more than 500 promises. But according to me, I don't think there's anything that he has actually fulfilled. And let's now move to something else. That is the issue. I want us to look at a number of issues that are happening in this country, especially where Kenya Kwanza is getting it wrong. I've told you, the only thing that William Samoei Ruto has got it right ni siku ya leo tu kule kupanda miti, na even in this one tunajua vizuri sana ya kwamba kuna pesa ambazo zilikuwa zimetolewa by the donor community, and even the World Bank is giving conditions that you plant trees, you conserve the environment so that they can continue with the funding of the government, sometimes even meeting the budget deficit. Ili pesa ziachiliwe, lazima wafanye mambo fulani fulani. I think that is something that is happening. So, ladies and gentlemen, when you look at William Samoei Ruto, that is the only thing I can say he has done it right. Otherwise, mambo mengi ameyafanya kwa njia ambayo haifai. And when you look at some of the things that Kenya Kwanza is doing, utapata jambo moja kwamba Kenya Kwanza, the only problem is one man show. It is just one man show. And when you have one man show, ni jambo ambalo, government is so huge. Serikali ni kubwa. And you cannot run the government. Niwe pekee tunakuona kwale unaongoza kupanda miti, unaongoza wapi, Nairobi Stock Exchange uko pale, wewe unafanya wapi, every KRA, everywhere. When you look at the way Kibaki used to run the government, Kibaki would delegate the work to the ministers. He would give them powers. He would empower them. He would give them freedom. And then his was only to supervise. Like now, for example, Raila Amolo Odinga was given the work of the roads, infrastructure, supervising the roads. I remember seeing him akienda kule Murang'a kwenda kuangalia vile barabara ya Murang'a Keno vile ilikuwa imekarabatiwa, and he questioned the contractor, and the contractor had to repeat. Again, kuna sehemu ambazo Raila Amolo Odinga alisema the best roads that will be long lasting ni concrete roads, and Kibaki approved. Also, the issue of the bypasses. Remember, Raila used to talk about the bypass, northern bypass, southern bypass, eastern bypass, and many people don't understand what he meant. But today, people are enjoying the bypasses. Sijui vile mambo ya maisha yangekuwa if the bypass hazingekuwa pale. Janet Wageshi na UK alikuwa, Uhuru Kenyatta alikuwa amewawarn watu wa Nyamakema wajihadhari na mudomo tamutamu. Now see how you are Nyamakearing. Patrick Mwangi, more than 500 promises from Ruto on the way. Patrick, umesema hivyo. Yeah, let's him continue promising. But I think what Azimio need to do, Azimio need to come out and put this government on its toes. Because they are getting it wrong. They are getting it wrong. Sasa Azimio wakija and waanze kuonyesha makosa, hapa mmesema hivi, you are supposed to do it like this. Wakijitokeza utaona kwamba tutaweza kujionea mambo mengi. Wakijitokeza watuonyeshe pale ambapo Kenya Kwanza inakosea. They start with one, like now education, you promise this. Like now, ukiangalia kwamba nobody came out to tell Kenyans that last Monday, Machogu had promised university student Ruse karibu kwamba wanafunzi wangetumiwa pesa in their accounts. Nobody came from Azimio. Because you see, that is where now Azimio, even Azimio has its weaknesses, and it's good we also acknowledge that we all have weaknesses, especially when you are operating some like something like a political party. You need to have what you call SWOT. Strength. Look at your strength. You look at your weaknesses. That is W. You look at the opportunities that you have, and the timing is also very, very important. So now, Azimio has all the opportunity to make William Samoei Ruto a one-term president. Because we were discussing with another guy, is William Samoei Ruto actually interested in having a second term? Is he really interested in winning the second term? Kwa sababu ukiangalia Hillary Gala vizuri sana, huyu mtu ni tapeli, unasema hivyo, kwamba ukiangalia vizuri sana utaona kwamba William Samoei Ruto kulingana na vile ambavyo anafanya, it's like he's not interested with his second term. He's not interested, if you ask me, because kila siku tukiamka we are getting new taxes. Ni jana tu tulisikia waziri wa mashamba, waziri wa ardhi Ali Sohome, the former Kadara member of parliament, ati now when it comes to the search, your search tulikuwa tunalipa 500, now I think it is 1000. Transaction ni mambo mengi. There will be a lot of, even the land rates, they have to be adjusted. So you wake up every day, unapata jambo fulani. Like nani? Sifuna was joking. No, Sifuna is coming out, by the way, and Sifuna is one of the most brilliant ODM leaders that are actually there today. If you have been watching Sifuna, you see this is a guy who will go very far, and he's actually nailing it. Na ni mtu ambaye ana maono, ni mtu ambaye ana lugha, ni mtu ambaye he is a good orator and a debater. So Sifuna was joking kwamba hatikusaidia msichana Ruto anasema ni pesa gapi. Kuomba namba ya simu unalipa kodi fulani. Kunywa kahawa, msichana kubali munywe kahawa, unalipa kiasi fulani. So that is, so Sifuna was joking, but what we are saying is that Azimio has a huge opportunity. The opportunity is wide open to make William Samoei Ruto a one-term president. And in fact, of all the presidents ambao wamewahi kuwa pale, Moi, tuanze na Moi because Moi is the one who came with the multipartyism, Kibaki and Uhuru, the easiest person to defeat and make him a one-term president is William Samoei Ruto. Because where will William Samoei Ruto get the votes, if I may ask you, ladies and gentlemen? Because I'm finding very many people who are regretting voting for William Samoei Ruto. A friend of mine was telling me that there's a lady Nairobi, ati alikuwa akifungua duka yake, anytime she would see the portrait of William Samoei Ruto, ile picha tunaweka kule kwa biashara pale nyuma, or in offices ya the president, that akiona tu picha ya William Samoei Ruto pale, akifungua tu mlango, alikuwa anasema there is God in heaven. And this is a witness that there is God in heaven. Last week, the lady closed the business, lamenting that she could not afford to pay the rent. She was dealing with a boutique, but she had to close the shop. Hakuna faida napata. Kodi, anatozwa kodi. Ukifungua milago, hawa ni jamaa wa KRA. Wanataka kuona your transaction, M-Pesa transactions. And by the way, have you noted that many people have pulled down the M-Pesa number? Today, I visited a friend of mine who had removed that number, M-Pesa, the till number. And I noted a lot of argument between him and the customers. Kwa sababu wanamuuliza sasa, yeye anataka asijue walipe cash, na kuna namba bili hapo, mmoja inatumiwa pesa, direct send money. He did not like it. Kwa sababu anasema ya kwamba these guys, the KRA, they are coming, even when somebody sends you the money. Unajua mtu anaweza kutuma pesa au kukulipa pesa na upatie mtu mwingine. So sasa KRA wakikuja, they don't want to know whether that money you are given ati upatie mtu mwingine. They'll send to you, upatie mtu mwingine. Take this example. Kuna mgonjwa kwa hospitalini. Kuna mgonjwa hospitalini na kuna mtu mwingine ameenda kumwangalia. Kisha unamtumia pesa nyingi ili alipe the hospital bill, say like 50,000. Hizo pesa zinaenda kwa yule ambaye ameenda kumwangalia. So when KRA comes, na sasa wanakuja kuangalia, sema huyu ameenda kumwangalia akona biashara, Wakati sasa KRA wanakuja, hawataki kujua ulikuwa umetumiwa pesa ukaangalie mgonjwa au ukalipie mtu mwingine, pesa si zako, so they tax you. You see now the madness, they tax you. And you remember the madness that was in Jomo Kenyatta. And by the way, let me apologize on behalf of Azimio that this is not the kind of government that Azimio would have constituted. And this is not what we are. That's not how we are. Kwamba, at you come with an iPhone, because you have an iPhone, umefika Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, because it is worth more than $500, you pay tax. Remember the issue of the wedding dress that caused a lot of chaos in this country, a lot of confusion. Yani mtu amekuja kufuga doa nchini Kenya because our country is very beautiful. Our country is very beautiful. No wonder Kenya is the cradle of mankind. Unajua maisha yalianza hapa Kenya. So wamekuja, tuna jua nzuri, hewa safi, wanyama wa porini. So amekuja kufuga doa. Halafu KRA wanatoza kodi ile nguo yake, the gauni yake inatozwa kodi. And they not even bother kutoza kodi kwa suti ya yule mwanamume ambaye alikuwa anamuoa. Na swali ambalo tulikuwa najiuliza, na je, kama huyu mtu angekuwa amevaa ile nguo, ile gauni, could they have told her to remove ndio waangalie? Because it is becoming very, very difficult, by the way, to live in Kenya. One thing I noted, I don't know whether ladies and gentlemen noted this, when the green cards were being applied, because we had all the way, I think a month all the way to November 7. I have never seen long queues that I saw this time. People wanting to leave the country. Almost everybody want to leave the country. Everybody want to leave the country, want to leave Kenya. They want to go to America. They want to go to England. They want to go to Britain. They want to go to Canada. Lakini wengi wale ambao tuliona applying for green card, the diversity visa, nafikiri sijawahi kuona watu wakiwa na hamu ya kwenda Marekani kama vile niliona. And in fact we had a discussion. What is this? Is it that everybody want to leave Kenya? Who be left behind? Sasa mtatuacha na nini, mna nani mkienda nyote? So what we are saying is that I was apologizing to our people in diaspora, those who come to visit. Imagine, like, a friend of mine was coming from Britain to bury the father. Yale mambo ambayo alipitia Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, ungefikiri ni mwizi. Ungefikiri ni mwizi, vile ambavyo anaangaliwa, anatafutwa nini, vitu vingine unalipia kodi. And this man, somebody who is crying, and he's a Kenyan, by the way. It's only that he has been in that country, been abroad for some number of years now, I think 13 years. But he's still a Kenyan, coming to bury the father. Lakini pale mtu anapitia, William Samuel Ruto is the easiest person to defeat. That is what we are saying. Again, kuna mambo ya Gachagua naye alisema, and I think I did a video on that. And that William Samuel Ruto anaenda kukopa pesa. Na of late he was in China. Akaenda kukopa pesa za barabara. Lakini Gachagua anasema ati hawatasema wakopa pesa gapi. Hawataki watu wa media wajue, because the media will criticize and ask questions. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? That the government is borrowing money secretly, and you are the people who are paying the money, and the government is in office through what we call delegated powers. Because as per the Constitution, as I said in the morning, all power belongs to the people, and those who exercise the powers exercise delegated powers and authority. The judiciary, the executive, and even parliament. Kile ambacho wanafanya, they do it on our behalf. So alafu Gachagua sasa akuja hapa atuambia kwamba they are going to borrow money secretly. They are not going to tell us how money they are borrowing. I think that means kuna mengi ambayo yamefichwa pale, kuna mambo mengi ambayo tunaona pale, and that is not the way it should be. Kenyans has the right to information as per the constitution. And William Samoei Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua, when they were sworn in, they promised to defend the constitution. And now they are the same people who are breaching the constitution. I think this is wrong. I think Gachagua was out of order here. I don't know what you think when you listen to such kind of statement coming from the second in command. The other thing I heard today is Moses Wetangula telling Kenyans to give William Samoei Ruto more time. Can you imagine? This is the head of the National Assembly, the Speaker of the National Assembly, and he has taken sides. He's now bowing to the executive. Yet we know Parliament is the one that should make law, is the one should have the oversight of the executive and the judiciary. Lakini sasa wako pale, yako pale. Yeah. Janet anauliza mambo ya Shakahola ilifika wapi? Jamani, ilifika wapi tuambieni. One thing I know is that William Samoei Ruto has not been talking about hii mambo ya Shakahola. When you look at it, Kenya Kwanza has been avoiding the debate. Na kusema ukweli, ukiangalia utaona kwamba yamefichwa kabisa. And I know either Mackenzie will be released in the fullness of time, or will face whatever is going to happen to him. But Janet, what I can say here, and those who would like us to discuss about this issue, hii mambo ya Shakahola, even the number of people who are buried, the number of people who died, the number of people who were exhumed, it has never been known. It remains a secret. So with these sacrifices that were being done here, I think the government owes it to Kenyans. Wanafaa watuambie ya kwamba ni watu wagapi walifukuliwa, ni akina nani, walifanya nini, na kuendelea. And I think Felista Atedeke, nothing is going right. In our country, so sad, so pathetic. It is true, by the way. It is true, because when you look at the president, you remember Felista Atedeke. You remember wakati ambapo William Samoei Ruto contradicted our department of meteorology. Wanatuambia kuna El Nino, kunanyesha mpaka sasa hivi naogea. Kiambu kunanyesha mvua kubwa sana. Na unaweza kusikia mvua ikinyesha hata ukiwa hapa sasa hivi. Then William Samoei Ruto comes and tells the people that ati Mungu naye ni nani? Ati tumeomba kile ambacho tutakuwa na mvua ya kutosha, hatutakuwa na El Nino. You know, I think you need to apologize to many people, because as we speak, so many people have died. Wengi wamekufa kutokana hii mvua ya gharika. Wengi wamesobwa na maji, si watoto, si wazee, si kina mama. And then the president comes here and tells us there will be no El Nino. I think the president should have told us that let us trust our weathermen, because these guys, although sometimes they get it wrong, this time they were very, very clear. And by the way, it is not even the Kenya Meteorological Department that was talking about the El Nino rains. I think even in America, they were talking about it. Even in China, they were still talking about it. Patrick, you have retracted your message. Humphrey Ramadi, Magi wacha uogo kwa Wakenya. Nice TV mkuu. Okay, anyway, we are entitled to our views, but I like the way we keep on interacting here. I like the way we keep on discussing these issues, because, by the way, unless we discuss it ourselves, our politicians are not going to point out at this mistake. They are not going to talk about it. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Gachie Skyman TV. I want to end this video at exactly in the next 5 minutes. Maybe you can comment something, something that you would like me to give a critical analysis, maybe in my next video. For those of you who are joining us, remember to like this video. We have been on air for the last 1 hour, and let's have the next 5 minutes. Maybe we see what we are going to say, what you think we can address, maybe in future. Patrick Mwangi, forget our constitution with this regime. It is true. To them, William Samoei Ruto is the constitution. Everything starts and ends with him. And Rigathi Gachagua is his deputy. Whatever he says, he has to ensure that William Samoei Ruto is happy. That is why kila wakati ukisikia Rigathi Gachagua huwa anasema president wetu, rais wetu, and we know why he says this, because he is very, very insecure. So for those of you who have joined us, we are extremely humble. We are very, very happy. And continue. Tomorrow we shall have a live show from 9:30, and we are going to discuss issues that will have emerged. Have a blessed night. Have a blessed day. I think in America, this the daytime. In Britain, ni usiku. East African time, ni usiku. Ni wakati wa kulala. Alamsiki. Mungu abariki. Inshallah. Bye-bye.